Morning students. I hope you have gone through my last video in which we were discussing regarding identification of CO2 and SO2. So now today let's begin our topic with the difference between CO2 and SO2 gas. So students, regarding smell already we have discussed, but again I have written here some points. First go through this. So see here, first I have written smell. Means in examination normally the question is coming, how will you distinguish CO2 and SO2 gas chemically, or you can say give a chemical identification by which you can distinguish between these two gases. So it's not necessary that we will discuss on the basis of smell. We can discuss with reagents also. But first think about the smell. Like whenever CO2 gas get released, there is no smell. But whenever SO2 gas get released, we getting a smell of burning sulfur. But how can we say that it is burning sulfur? So we just identifying with a suffocating smell. So SO2 having a particular smell that is of suffocating nature, and CO2 having no smell. Now we are going to discuss with two reagents. First reagent is KMnO4. KMnO4 purple color crystal, after dissolving in water we getting pink color or purple color. So when the gases pass through KMnO4 solution, no change will be observed, means color remains same. But when SO2 gases pass through KMnO4 solution, then you will observe that pink color get decolorizes. And as you know that SO2 is a temporary bleaching agent, acting as a bleaching agent, that is the reason. Now second reagent we are going to use potassium dichromate, which is of orange color crystal. So after dissolving in water, we are mainly going to take acidified potassium dichromate solution, that is orange color. Again when we will pass CO2 gas from this, no change will be observed, means orange color remains orange. At the same time when SO2 is going to pass through this, then orange color changes to green. Orange color changes to green. So here you can see clearly we can distinguish between these two gases. And this is a very important question in board paper. Now we are going to discuss regarding other gases like H2S, HCl and ammonia. So we will discuss one by one, student. So first think about H2S gas. Actually when a metal sulfide reacts with dilute acid, this dilute can be either HCl or H2SO4. So metal sulfide plus dilute acid, then a gas is evolved. The gas is colorless but having a particular smell, that is of rotten egg, and you can see as foul smell of rotten egg. So first think about H2S. H2S. How this gas get formed or released? By the action of, first you take metal sulfide plus dilute acid, then you will get metal salt plus H2S gas. Okay, metal sulfide we can take either ZNS, we can opt anyone, but you take ZNS plus dilute acid, we can use HCl. We can also use H2SO4, but here I have taken this one. So the metallic salt, what we will get? ZnCl2 plus we will get a gas, and that gas symbol I have given upward arrow. How we will identify this? So here I am writing some point. The evolved gas, first point, is colorless with a foul smell of rotten egg. Correct? Rotten egg. Second point here you can take, evolved gas turns moist blue litmus to red because it is acidic in nature. Third point what we can use, children, here, turns lead acetate paper dark brown, or you can say dark brown or black. More points are there, but for you these 3 points are very important. You can distinguish, you can understand the H2S gas on the basis of this. More point if you want, I can give you. It turns lead nitrate solution black. Fourth point also you can write, turns lead nitrate solution. Lead nitrate means when you will pass this gas from lead nitrate solution black. Correct? So I think now all the points must be clear to you children. Now we are going to discuss regarding HCl and ammonia, and both these we will discuss together. Why? Because there are some similarities between these two. So regarding H2S, all points are clear to you. Now we will discuss regarding HCl first, then ammonia. HCl, as you know, that acidic in nature, and regarding ammonia you know that it is of basic nature. So this is the point of difference. One property in these two are common. So children, we will discuss ammonia and HCl together. I am going to explain you it in next video.